Okay, welcome back to this our fourth short video to look at LNAT reading question types and strategies to help us approach them. The question type we're going to look at today is common within LNAT tests, but not numerous within the test itself. Once you've got a handle on what to look for, this is a relatively easy question type to tackle. First of all though, have a read through the text that we will be looking at. You might wish to pause the presentation here. The key part of the text can be seen here. Okay, now immediately we can see from the question that we need to find which of the options A to E most closely corresponds to a couple of stated noun phrases. This question is asking for the identification of similar reasoning, a common question type in Oxbridge thinking skill assessment multiple choice questions. And we might notice that the two noun phrases in the question, and those in the options, are joined by a conjunction. Here it's and the noun phrases are the splitting of the atom and the development of nuclear weapons. Now this is common for questions of this type, but also common are two compound clauses that use the structure if, then why. For example, if you heat water to 100 degrees, then it boils. But come what may, the most common relationship is going to be causal, and it's to that we should look first of all. So, stage one is to identify the relationship between the noun phrases or clauses in the question. Stage 2 is to match this relationship against the pairs of noun phrases in the options, A to E. And once we've done that, we will have all that we need to know to answer the question. This is that rare thing in LNAT reading questions, a question that doesn't require the candidate to actually look into the text. We can answer just from looking at the model and comparing it to the question options. So, getting to work. It looks like the first noun phrase is signalling a scientific discovery, whereas the second noun phrase appears to be signalling a use or development out of the same scientific discovery, albeit a negative one. There we have it. What we're going to be looking for is a scientific discovery and a use or development of that very discovery. Now, we just have to work through the options and identify the relationship between the nominal groups or noun phrases. In A, it looks like we're being shown a scientific development and its effect. So that doesn't fit. The second one, option B, pretty much looks along the same lines. So we can cross that one off as well. How about our third option? Does this fare any better? Well, once again, we're shown an example of science gone wrong and an explanatory cause. So that one goes as well. Only two potential choices left, but no one would take the spread of lung cancer to be an intentional development, negative or otherwise. So that one gets crossed off as well, which leaves option E as the only option which represents the intentional use or development of a scientific discovery, as opposed to an unintended and unwanted effect or result. And it's that which we identify correctly as the correct example of correspondence. As long as we first of all methodically identify the functions of the noun phrases or clauses depending on the question phrasing, and then quickly categorize the functions as we proceed through the options, this should be one of the more straightforward of LNAT reading question types. Next time we will look at a further and rather more tricky reading type and consider more strategies to tackle them.